Hello, hello, and welcome back to Mass Effect. Words. Hang on, my fan is setting off the mic for the VTuber model. We just finished here on this planet, and now we're gonna go this way. We just fought Thorian, and I think we're about to have a crazy-ass mission recap.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I want to be extra decontaminated.
Are you okay, Commander? You look a little pale.
It's that damn cipher. That Asari messed you up good. And for what? We still don't know where to find the stupid conduit. What a waste.
She said it could take a while. I needed the cipher. It's going to lead us to the conduit. I'm just not sure how yet.
We still have another lead, Commander. That Asari scientist in the Artemis Tau cluster, the Matriarch's daughter. She's an expert on the Protheans. Maybe she knows something.
Yeah. There we go. That should stop the fan from setting off my thing as much while still keeping me cool.
Don't worry. We'll deal with her soon enough. Crew dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
Exogeny tried to study it. Look how that turned out.
I kind of wanted to
Perhaps it's for the
agree.
best, then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
I'm wondering something. I just got the principled effect. I was wondering if I had fully filled up Paragon by mistake. God, I have no fucking renegade points. Alright. I think we've picked up a few new quests here. Okay, the Geth may... Okay. This episode's probably going to be a slower one because it's more wind down time. I gotta grab my other keyboard so I can take notes in my travel guide thing that I have on the side. Alright. So. Geth amassing to attack Citadel in Armstrong cluster. Something about Mount. Alright, samples of Thorian sent to Matano system in Maroon C cluster. All right. Nodrux. Okay. No Darux. What is the whole setup here? Hang on. I don't remember what this quest is about. In Vostok system in Maroon C cluster. Logs for the Fright of Pharos showed large deliveries being made to the system in the Voyager cluster. Alright. Thorin sent I'm assuming this is all Thorian stuff. To Voyager cluster. Strange thing is, there's nothing out that way that would warrant such demand for supplies. Amazon system. Alright. So there we go. There's more notes taken for future travels. Oh. I didn't fuck up the stream, right? No, okay. I was using the fucking wrong keyboard. Alright. Let's talk to some crew. Although, I doubt Joker's gonna have anything new to say. I'd be surprised if he did. Because he talks so fucking little.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
Yep, no new dialogue beyond that.
See ya.
Man, for a character that I've seen so many fans rave about, he's been kind of fucking dull for me. I hope he gets better in the sequels.
Yes, Commander.
Or later in this game.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, the ones that you don't actually travel with, they just never have anything to fucking say. To the point where they might as well just be the, like, all of the other background characters stood around with their thumb up their ass. So I want to do a little bit of in-depth inventory work here real quick. See, I wish I could look closer at squad stuff. So, Tali, she uses pistols, and I'm keeping her that way. Do I have any upgrades for her? No. Okay. Rex is a shotgunner. I don't think I've got anything new for him. Yeah, nah. He's assault rifle. 260. Alright. He is another pistol boy. 187. I don't think we're gonna have anything better for him. And Ashley is another assault soldier. 247. Do we have anything better for her? Don't think so. Yeah. Alright, so now let's go talk to the shopkeep, because I know I don't have anything better for me as well.
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
We're gonna sell, sort by type. All right, enter compare mode. Yeah, so all of these pistols are good to sell, but I want to hang on to the strongest pistol because I don't know what type of gear our newest character is going to use. So 152, 152, except. Oh god, is there a way to mark things as junk in my inventory? Because, like, how do you determine that something's junk?
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Apparently I don't have any junk. Oh, hang on. I don't want to risk selling things that I want to hang on to. That's the thing I'm worried about. Alright, type. So 152. So we want to save the edge right now at the top. And let's just check what our strongest pistol is real quick. .187. So the Stiletto V is our strongest right now. Alright, so we want to save the Stiletto V. Other than that, all of the pistols can go. Alright, now, comparing shotguns. 207 is our best right now. So immediately, if it doesn't say, oh fuck, I can't check the stats. Well, I hate that you can't see the stats while selling. But yeah, 207, the Firestorm. Ooh, 211, the Katana. Alright, we gotta hang on to the Katana. Let me just check, it's this one that we're hanging on to, right? Yeah. Until we can learn what she specializes in, you know? Alright, now looking at the assault rifles. 200 is our best. .209 is now the best. 234. So 234 with the Thunder IV. So sell everything except the Thunder IV. Oh, I hope I did just accidentally sell Sniper. 108. $161. So that was the equalizer, yep, okay. Oh, I never took upgrades off that one. I swear to God, if I'm selling things that my friends have equipped, I don't think they would do that. Oops. Let's step away for a second. double check that we've given our friends all of the best biotic amps and stuff. Give her that one. Mine is the way I want it, right? Ooh, look at that. What do you mean by duration bonus? I think I want the cooldown bonus the most. Which, hang on, let's look at what we just did to her again. Yeah. I also want to look at my... Oh yeah, I already looked at the thing too. Alright, him. I think I'd rather he have the power bonus. Okay, yeah. Give him the much better thing there. Okay. Can't give him any upgrades, but I can give him a better biotic amp. I think we're gonna give him... We're not gonna give him anything changed there. And she doesn't have either. Okay. So now we can comfortably sell a bunch of those things.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
So, biotic amps. This is the basic one, so we're just gonna sell that. Omni tools, these are all the basic Omni tools. Okay. Let's make sure everybody's wearing the armor we want them in. Including myself. New armor looks way better on him. Alright. Oh, poor boy's still in a way weaker armor than any of his allies. I wonder how it determines items are junk. Okay. Switch her to that. I wish I could look at my teammates' level trees to remind myself who can wear what kind of armor. Eventually.
Looking for supplies?
Not right now.
No problem. Keep
God damn
checking
it.
back. Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you
You
got.
bet, Commander.
Alright, sell. So now we're getting to armors. Any non-human armor can just go right in the bin. Oh, hang on. Let me check my armor. Because we might have had something good freed up. Okay. Any light human armor can also go in the bin. Everything else I want to be
Let's see what
careful
you
because
got.
I'm not sure what teammates are able to wear still. Just because I'm a silly dum-dum. This episode's going to be an extra long one of me just doing a lot of like catching up. Later on in this we're going to talk with our teammates. Don't fucking worry. Alright. Alright, grenade upgrades, I'm the only one who equips those, so let's just do this. Hang on. I'm gonna take off my grenade upgrade for a moment. I also want to check real quick. What kind of armor am I wearing right now? Light armor. Can I ever unlock medium armor? I cannot. Interesting. What kind of armor is Homie wearing? Light armor. I don't know if either of us can ever wear medium armor.
Looking for supplies?
I'll have to
Let's see
double
what you
check
got.
next time I'm with him, but I don't think so. Alright, now we're getting on to grenade stuff. We're gonna keep the Anti-Thurian as a memento. I don't need both of them. Oh god. The armor part is the one that stresses me out. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna pretty much lock in on the armor mods I give all my teammates, I feel like. So, hardening. So I want to give everybody regen. So actually, does everybody have a armor mod equipped? Don't want to swap this for anything. Am I allowed to give her a double regen, I wonder? Look at that. Alright. Anything that's not health regen armor, we're gonna sell.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you
You
got.
bet, Commander.
Although, hang on. Do I have one more of those on standby for the other chick when she joins? If not... I'll need to give her something else. I'll probably give her an energizing weave if we don't have it. We have first aid interfaces, cool. So anything that doesn't have a medical cross on it, we're gonna sell. For the armors. Oh god, and this is a whole different thing that I'm gonna need to deal with. This is a lot of stuff I should have done a long time ago is really the thing. Alright. So let's look at the armor mods and think if there's something better. So the one I have right now gives +2 health regen a second. Plus 2.7, already better. Alright. Hers do plus 2.3 and plus 2.7. Anything better than this? You know, it's all +2s now. Ooh, +3, he's got it good. If any of them has something worse than +2, we remove it. Alright, now we sell all of those but one.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Hang on, I should also do something else. Compare 16, 27, sell the 16. $25 is now the lowest. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. 32, 35. I know I can't wear better. I just don't know about my other friends, so get rid of that. 32, 35. 35, 35. Oh, that's a Krogan armor. I gotta be careful of that. Oh, wait, I don't. I can sell that. 35, 38. Sell that. 30. Okay, cool. Oh god, and this is a whole different fucking can of worms that I'm gonna have to think super fucking hard about. Okay, hang on. So here's the annoying way we deal with this. Hang on. Right now we got her with improved sight. Yeah. Let's start with my stuff. So this is my assault rifle. Yeah. Hang on, brain fart. 24 right now. Alright, hang on. I already know one weapon type I'm gonna not equip to anything. Or one mod type. So let's go ahead
Looking for supplies?
and sell everything of
Let's
that
see what you
mod
got,
type.
Commander.
This is something I should have really done a long time ago because I was putting off, and part of why I was putting it off was I was hoping I would just have infinite inventory space and would never need to do this. Alright. Combat sensors. Or scanner. I don't care about combat scanner. Alright. Now then, with that out of the way. $24 is currently the best one of that. Okay. Oh god. Brain. Unequipped that for now. I said unequipped that. This is my shotgun. Honestly, I don't care too much about heat absorption like this, so let's just boost the fuck out of its damage. 26%. Why do I have two? Oh, because I'm saving one for her. $26. Yeah, it's not gonna get any better. My pistol. Fucking don't care about that. I don't care about accuracy with this, so I'm thinking we might just go with this, 2620. Especially because it has really good heat absorption. In my experience. Alright, that's my stuff. Oh, hang on. I wanted to also... Gotta see, hang on. So... Brain. I wish you could, like, favorite things, you know what I mean? To help you with tracking stuff and thinking about things. Now, I know I automatically want my sniper to have the best shield bypass. 30. So 30% shield bypass. %, shield bypass. I don't think it's gonna get much better than that. on, 45 shield bypass. Yeah, 50 is the one I have right now. So that one's never gonna swap out, I don't think. For now, I'm gonna put on this. Do I want to go with toxic damage? Yeah, toxic damage. I'm gonna put on this. Fire damage, sure. We're gonna give her that, and that. We're gonna give him. He's gonna stay with what he has. Well, actually, hang on. Let's see if he's got a better version of this. 23. Yeah. Okay. Same. Oh, fuck. I did not mean to do that. And now we're gonna go over here.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Sell. Alright. Sell that. Come on. Fuck, I did not mean to sell that. So hang on, okay. We have 6 plus how many weapon types? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We want to have 10 synthetic damaging things. No, wait. Not 10. 9 synthetic damaging things. 'Cause I'm never going to swap out what I have on my sniper.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright, so. How do I still have that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fuck. God damn it. Sell that. Alright. Sort by level. So now 1, 2, wait, no. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so from here, any more of the synthetic things, I'll leave one more just to be safe. Oh yeah, so we're done selling now, I think. I can't believe I can't compare. I can buy Krogan armor from him, but I can't compare it to the Krogan armor I have. What the fuck? And so annoying. Alright, well, that's all of that inventory management done. Jesus, let's start talking with our crew, huh?
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some.
I bet you have.
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless.
I
Nothing
think this is a new
needed to
story.
see. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts. Organs, mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the cycles. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
Wait, there are 4 testicles? That's a good little joke there.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them.
Ooh.
Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
That's fucked up.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel.
I agree.
I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
It's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship.
I don't like
Stop him
Garrus.
from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I will.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that, but Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay. Let me add this into my notes. Sorry, I can find it later. Let's see here. Mad Doctor. Ape. Justice. In Herschel system in Kepler Verge. Take Garrus. There we go. I don't think I have any other missions in that region. So we'll get to it when we get to it.
Commander, good to see you.
Alright. What's up, sexy?
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
Oh, he clearly
He
is.
wasn't that open, and he only showed his face Once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
It was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long.
Shepard. Shepard?
Rex?
I like Rex. It's either him or this girl that's my favorite.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Saren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
What are you hoping to find?
Usually, people bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage. But I need something bigger. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better.
Like save the galaxy?
If I don't, it's like I failed. And that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
I want to give her a hug. You're my adopted child now. I care about you, Tali. You're my baby. And Rex is your second dad. Garrus is the uncle that pisses everyone off at Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, fucking this fucker is 100% the uncle that gives you alcohol.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
This a personal observation, Kaidan?
Maybe that's not my place. I don't want to send any bad signals, Commander. Just, working on what I've picked up. You tell me if I'm going too far.
I'm listening. Tell me why you feel the need to speak up.
I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. You get my meaning?
You're talking about a particular example, aren't you?
You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified, because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. I mean, hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
Strange, I took to it naturally as a child.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, "I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father." Well, I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to New Beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Are you saying I'm cutting corners somewhere?
I'm saying it's probably inevitable that we'll have to, and when that happens, I want to help you. When someone important to you is up on a ledge, you help them. Keep them from mistakes better made by a kid.
So you think you have leave to talk like we're more than officers?
I got some signals. Maybe some static too, I guess. If I'm out of line, just say the word.
I feel really bad. Listen, man, you're great. But you're the most boring option on this ship. I have to pick between rugged frogman with 4 testicles. I mean, ACAB, so you know, the other guy's not an option. The other girl's basically a kid, so she's not an option. Really, you're competing against the big sexy frogman, and I'm sorry. You're not winning in the fight against the big sexy frogman. You're just not. Also, he can fill me without knocking me out. Oh, sorry, what?
Sorry, Kaidan. This was just a battlefield thing.
There's my answer then. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals. With your permission, I should return to my duties.
Sorry, man.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefing.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness, and I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Feros. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
That'd be a good thing to do.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Okay. Alrighty, is better than what I already have. 22. Look at that. I'll want to. Oh, I did not mean to. Hang on. This one has another slot for more. Okay. Fuck. I sold, like, all my mods already. That sucks. Oh, of course, right after I sold all my fucking mods. What was the last thing I picked up? I don't know. God fucking damn it, right after I sold them. I'm so mad, I'm so mad, I'm so mad. Alright, where does the other girl spend her time? Hang on. Oh, I think she spends it up on the bridge. No, it's not on. Where is she? Hang on. Because I want to talk with her. But I don't actually know where I find her to talk with her. I just realized. She's not going to be back here. What am I doing? Oh, she's down typing on the keyboard. I remember now. Which I want to go down there anyway because I just got better guns, so I want to swap guns around with others.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You're lucky to have a close family.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about your family situation.
Or lack thereof. Relax, Williams. I've dealt with it.
Asked me to clear a bunker of armed hostiles? No problem. Dealing with the foot in my mouth? Not so good with that. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home.
Oh.
Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
I thought you said he was dead.
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen.
I think it's pretty cool.
Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I should get back to my duties. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Alright. So, let's see here. I might be able to swap some people to better gear now. Yeah, definitely. You get a, 198. He's gonna stay the same. 260 right now. Yeah, he's not getting any better. Alright, and then... Alright, we got a few things to sell.
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Let's see here. By type. $220. All right. All right. Whew. That was a lot of running around. God, it's been an hour-long episode. Hope you've all enjoyed the extra-long episode. Ooh, this way. Ba-ba-da-boo. Ba-ba-da-boo. Open this up. Alright. Let's check out the new codex stuff. Turian biology. The Turian homeworld, Palavian, has a metal poor core, generating a weak magnetic field and allowing more solar radiation into the atmosphere. To deal with most forms of life on Pavilion evolved some form of metallic exoskeleton. Ah, so it is like a skeleton, not just a skin. That's what I was wondering. Was it just like a thick, callousy skin, or was it a shell? To protect themselves, the reflective plate skin makes Turians less susceptible to long-term, low-level radiation exposure, but they do not possess any sort of natural armor. The Turian's thick skin does not stop projectiles and directed energy bolts. Although life on Palavian is carbon-based and oxygen-breathing, it's built on dextroamino acids. This places the Turians in a distinct minority on the galactic stage. The Quarians are the only other known sapiens dextroprotean race. The food of humans, Asari, and Solarians, who evolved in levo amino acid-based biospheres, will at best pass through Turian systems without providing any nutrients. At worst, will trigger an allergic reaction that can be fatal if not immediately treated. Damn. Quarian law and defense. Although the Conclave established civil law, much as any planet-based democracy, enforcements and trials are more unique. After the flight from the Geth, there were few constables to police the millions of civilians aboard the fleet. So the Navy parceled out Marine squads to maintain order and enforce law. Today, Quarian Marines have evolved to training tactics into civilian police, but remain adept in combat in the confined space of a starship, and fully under the command of the military. Once taken into custody, the accused is brought before the ship's captain for judgment. While the ship's council may make recommendations, tradition holds that the captain has absolute authority in the matters of discipline. Most are lenient, assigning additional or more arduous maintenance tasks to the tasks aboard the ship. Present recidivists are accidentally left on the next habitable world. Oh, persistent. I can read. This practice of abandoning criminals on other people's planets is a point of friction between Quarians and the systems they pass through. Captains rarely have another choice. With base and resources at a premium, supporting a non-productive prison population is not an option. In the early days, many Quarian freighters were armed and used as irregular privateer civilian ships. Still show strong preference for armaments. I keep stuttering on my words, making them unpopular targets for pirates. Though they have rebuilt their military, there are still mere hundreds of warships protecting tens of thousands of ships. The Quarian Navy follows a strict routine of patrol that takes no chances. If the intent of an approaching ship can't be assigned, they shoot to kill. Quarian religion. The ancient Quarians practiced ancestor worship. Even after abandoning the faith of secularism, Quarians continued to revere the wisdom of the elders. As time passed, technology advanced, they inevitably turned their knowledge to preserving the personalities and memories of elderly as computer virtual intelligence. These recordings became a repository of knowledge and wisdom, stored in a central data bank and available throughout any extranet connection. They held no illusions that this was a form of immortality. Like all virtual intelligence, their electronically preserved ancestors were not truly sapient. This was considered a surmountable problem. Sapience could surely be reduced to simple mathematics. Quarians began exhaustive research into creating artificial intelligence so they could learn to escape the bounds of mortality and give their ancestral records true awareness. Unfortunately, the life of the Quarians created did not accept the same truths they did. The Geth destroyed the ancestor databanks when they took over. That's terrible. In the centuries since, they evacuated their homeworld. Most Quarians have returned to religion in various forms. Many believe that the rise of the Geth and the destruction of the ancestors were chastisement for arrogantly forsaking the old ways and venerating self-made idols. Others have more philosophical outlook, believing their race was indeed arrogant, but no supernatural agency laid behind the Geth revolt. Rather, the Quarians' actions wrought their own doom. Either way, every Quarian would agree that their own hubris cost them their homeworld. Humanity and System Alliance. System Alliance military doctrine. The Alliance military is of great concern to the galaxy. At first contact with the Turians, they were completely inexperienced. Turian disdain changed to respect after the relief of the Shangzi, where humans surprised them with novel technologies and tactics. The human devotion to understanding and adopting to modern space warfare stunned the staid council races. For hundreds of years, they had lived behind secure walls and long provided technologies and tactics, are long proven. The council regarded the Alliance as a sleeping giant. Less than 3% of human volunteers to serve in the military, a lower portion of any other species. While competent, Alliance soldiers are neither as professional or as the Turians nor as skilled as the Asari. Their strength lies in fire support, flexibility, and speed. They make up for lack in numbers with sophisticated technological support, BIs, drones, artillery, electronic warfare, an emphasis on mobility and individual initiative. God. Their doctrine is not based on absorbing and dishing out heavy shocks like Turians and Krogan. Rather, they bypass enemy strong points and... Excuse me. Rather, they bypass enemy strong points and launch deep into the rear. Sorry. Cutting supply lines and destroying headquarters and support units, leaving enemies to wither on the vine. On defense, the human military is a rapid reaction force that lives by Sun Tzu maximum. He who tries to defend everything defends nothing. Garrisons are intended for scouting rather than combat, avoiding engagements to observe and report invaders using drones. Honestly, he who tries to defend everything defends nothing. I need to learn that lesson for every time I play a fucking strategy game. The token garrison of the human colonies make it easy for alien powers to secure them, for which the Alliance media criticizes the military. Colonies make it easy. Oh yeah. However, the powerful fleets stationed at phase gates and at nexuses such as Arctius are just a few hours or days from any colony within the sphere of responsibility. In the event of an attack, they respond with overwhelming force. Technology. Life as a biotic. Biotics possess extraordinary abilities, but they must live with minor inconveniences. The most obvious issue is excuse me, is getting adequate nutrition. Creating biotic Mass Effect takes such a toll on metabolisms that active biotics develop ravenous appetites. The standard Alliance combat ration for soldiers is 3,000 calories per day. Biotics are given 4,500, as well as a canteen of protein energy drink for quick refreshment after hard combat. Another issue is the electric charge. Electricity accumulated in Starship drive cores must be discharged, and so must the electricity in biotic users. Biotics are prone to small stack discharges when they touch metal. Unfortunately, human biotics also face suspicion and persecution. Beginning with the popular misconception that they can read or control minds, biotics symbolize the dehumanization of mankind to people philosophically or religiously opposed to the gene modification of cybernetics. Militaries are the only organization that welcome biotics, offering them huge recruitment incentives. I mean, and you know, of course, they have fucking superpowers. Like, you would want guys with superpowers in the military, simple as that. And like, I struggle to think of what fields would actually make good use of biotics, because it seems like the force push and force lift we have aren't very easily aimed or maintained, so it's not like they're helpful in construction and mining stuff. Maybe in the demolition industry they could be of help, but a lot of biotic powers just don't have a lot of use outside of fighting as far as we've seen. Yeah, I hope everybody's been enjoying this episode, because we are going to be wrapping up this hour-and-a-half long special. Jesus Christ, huh? Excuse me. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this incredibly long chunk of downtime. A lot of me sorting through inventory and chatting with crew members. But, you know, we need this downtime every now and again in between missions, and I wanted to make sure we got a lot done today, so in the next one, we can get into actual, like, you know, cool-ass mission stuff. Hope you've all been enjoying, And cars appearing in just a moment. Love you very, very much, and ta-ta for now.